Welcome, empowered women. I'm honored to facilitate this new moon activation at the end of our 10-day clearing and intention setting journey together. For this activation, it's great if you can find as quiet of a space as possible where you'll be undisturbed for about a half hour. And now, feel free to pause this video and go gather some supplies. These are things that make you feel good, such as crystals or stones, things from the natural world. Also things that you feel help cleanse your energy and the space around you. These can be sage, sweetgrass, chanting, lavender, and or a salt circle around you, whatever jives well. If you're in a space where it's okay to do this, get one stable candle to light as we work. For our opening invocation, I will be working with the Native American medicine wheel wisdom in calling in the 4 directions and clearing my own energies and area, as well as sending these purifications to the group. Doing this on your own can be as complicated or as simple as you like. So go ahead, pause, grab some supplies, and then feel free to join me. I'm going to be burning some Palo Santo, which I'm phasing out, but that's for reasons political and environmental. I have some sticks around. We're going to use it. I'm going to go to the east to start. I call in guides and guardians of the east to help support us in this new moon activation and our empowered women clearing transformation. Sister Eagle, help us have a larger perspective and to see new possibilities. Aho. I call in the guardians of the south to help support us in this new moon activation and our empowered women clearing transformation. Sister Coyote, help us have a sense of humor and to do our work with joy. Aho. I call in guides and guardians of the West to help support us in this new moon activation and our empowered women clearing transformation. Sister Bear, help us know when to take pause and go within for answers. Aho. I call in guides and guardians of the North to help support us in this new moon activation and our empowered women clearing transformation. Sister Buffalo, help us work in harmony with all elements and energies. Aho. As I raise my hands upward, I honor Grandfather Sky and the patterns he shows us. As I bring my hands down to my feet, I honor Grandmother Earth for all of her support. Bringing my hands over my right shoulder, I honor all my relations. These are the stones, the trees, the winged ones, the 4-legged, the 2-legged, creepy crawlies, and sea creatures. Over my left shoulder, I honor all my ancestors, my maternal and paternal lines, and the ancestors of the ground I stand on right now. Bringing my hands to my chest, I honor my inner fire and my heart center. Aho. All right. Thank you. So now that we've cleared and cleansed our space and invited guardians and guides to assist us, I'm going to guide you on a small meditation to hone our focus for this new moon activation. And to help facilitate that, I'm going to light a candle, which will be a sort of guiding light. And I encourage you to do the same. So find a comfortable place. This is on the chair or on the floor, on a cushion. With a relaxed gaze, take a few cleansing breaths. Feel the weight of your body supported by the chair or the floor. On your last exhalation, allow your eyes to gently close. As you continue to breathe, bring your awareness to the area just above your head. And in that space, visualize a golden ball of light. This light is safe, warm, and comfortable. As you continue breathing, allow this light to come down into your crown. Feel this golden light move into your head, your face, your neck. Allow this safe, warm light into your shoulders and down your arms. Also into your chest, your abdomen, and your belly. Feel this golden light move into your hips and down your thighs, through your knees, your shins and calves, and into your feet. Breathe and allow this light to fill you completely. This warm golden light is your connection to divine creativity. In this space and in this time, think on what mindsets you may need to surrender in order to more fully trust your intuition and the wisdom of a larger perspective. Think on mental patterns that need to change in order to move forward. These are the themes of this new moon activation. Now take a deep breath and feel where that air moves in your body. Come back to your body. Bring your awareness to your weight being supported by the floor or the chair or the cushion. And open your eyes. And now I'd like to talk about the energies influencing us at this time. Most of these come from an astrologer called the Leo King, and I love his interpretations of the universal shifts. So, as a synopsis of many of his offerings, we have been doing a lot of purging of old ways and finding solutions, and we are ready for things to make sense. We need to make big changes in our understanding and the way we perceive things. It's been a rough emotional month, and especially this past week. It's time to find the part of ourselves that is ready to make solutions and not to bail out on things. This can be tricky to discern, as there are parts of us that are closing long cycles and detaching from malefic aspects in our life. And this is all in preparation. We are getting ready to step into our hopes, our personal power, and move out of severe ups and downs. With Uranus moving into Taurus for the next 7 years, areas of our life that we hoard things will be highlighted. These will be emotions or physical attachments, mental patterns and obsessions, as well as perceived right ways of doing or being. With Taurus, it's time to find the worthiness of all these things, to shed what isn't authentic in order to make new transformations. This new moon is an opportunity to step out of our micro world of smaller thoughts, obsessions, ideas, and connections. This may not feel comfortable, and it will probably bring up a lot of self-worth issues and a lot of self-doubt. And yeah, for real, this past week for me was a bit of hell. While my outside influences were fairly extreme, my internal dialogue was coming from a place of very little sleep or recuperation and a lot of fear. Even astrologically, there was an ever-present fear arising from self-doubt and self-worth issues from like the past 10 years. And I've got some very big and obvious changes in the near future, and a lot going on before and between them. So I'm feeling the messages from the skies and the signs abundant in my world. I discovered that part of what produced all this dark energy and feeling within me is that the week before this past week was amazing. I had gotten enough sleep, I felt in tune and in time with potential and arising curveballs. Even though I prepared great and healthy food, plenty of time for rest, and worked out every morning, while acknowledging where my body needed more or less pressure in the workouts, this past week was curveball after emergency after heavy emotional family stuff, and I was delaying processing all of my emotions, which was clogging all sorts of normal functions. Being called to do this activation was uplifting at first, and then daunting, and then it felt like another thing I had to do and that I did not have the energy for. Pretty much, I pushed through, and then this morning turned a corner and realized that this is the work that is uplifting, and if I can shift my perspective about it and try to do something in a new way, it could actually help transform me into a more authentic version of myself. So, Thank you, Barbara Dre, for the extra push, and I apologize for resisting this at first. All right, with all that out there now, we're going to do a journal exercise looking at our patterns and finding what lifts us up. So feel free to pause right here and go get a pen and some paper or your favorite journal or your learning journal, something, because we're going to be writing stuff down. Okay, between each question, feel free to take a breath, feel free to pause the video, and write down whatever comes up for you. So, number 1, do the same things keep happening over and over? Are you finding yourself in the same situations time and again? So pause and write. Number 2, are you consistently surrounded by the same people? Pause and write. Number 3, what are the similarities between the first and second list? Pause and write this down. What are the positive aspects of the first list? And what seems to invigorate or move you forward? Pause and write. Number 5, what are the positive aspects of the second list? Who seems to motivate you out of a rut without trampling on your genuine emotions? Take a pause and write that down. Number 6, I want you to take a nice deep breath. I want you to widen your focus. And I want you to think about these common themes. Look for your patterns. This is like picking out one color on the tapestry. Find the threads that are deeply woven into your life. And take a minute to write some of these down. Number 7, what feelings, memories, or people seem attached to areas in the tapestry of your life where repair is needed? They don't come in to erase the area that is in need, but they encase it just enough to keep the whole thing from unraveling. So what feelings, memories, or people help you do that? Write these down. Number 8. Okay, now we have a list of patterns, we have connections made, we have an eagle view of our story. In here are wondrous things and tragic things, and sometimes both at once. All are beautiful. And time did not stop for any of them. If we want to move beyond malicious cycles, we will need inspiration and energy. So now I want you to focus on an uplifting sequence in these patterns. These sequences will resonate with feeling safe in exploring new avenues towards your goals. They'll also resonate with being inspired beyond daydreams and lead you into action. They'll have a lightness of heart that isn't blinded by naivete. And they will engender courage of self-love, which is required in letting yourself evolve. So with your focus on those uplifting sequences, I want you to give this sense of lift a name. So if you could attach one name to that feeling of being lifted and supported, what would it be? This name can be anything so long as it easily calls to what lifts you up. And number 9, just keep this list handy for when you feel you aren't supported or when you're fresh out of solutions. And it might help you through that day. So now, we're going to bring this activation to a close. I want you to, again, get comfortable on a chair or the floor or a cushion or a balance ball. And just rock gently back and forth on your sit bones a few times. And then return to center and roll your shoulders a few times, just 3 or 4. While you're doing that, breathe and give yourself some time. And after this activation, give yourself a little more time to let this medicine the work you did today sort of integrate into your consciousness. And right now, thank your guardians, thank your guides and angels. Thank yourself for showing up and for investing in yourself through this 10-day Empowered Women's group and in this new moon activation. Thank you. And because we invited big energies to join and help us in this activation today, I'm going to offer them some thanks and ask them to move on with their evening. You want to keep those big guys around, they'll get bored. All right. Guides and guardians of the East, thank you for helping support us in this new moon activation and our Empowered Women clearing transformation. And go in peace. Aho. Guides and guardians of the South, thank you for helping support us in this new moon activation and our Empowered Women clearing transformation. Go in peace. Aho. Guides and guardians of the West, thank you for helping support us in this new moon activation and our Empowered Women clearing transformation. Go in peace. Aho. Guides and guardians of the North, thank you for helping support us in this new moon activation and our Empowered Women clearing transformation. Go in peace. Aho. And always honoring Grandfather Sky and Grandmother Earth, all my relations, all of my ancestors, and my heart center. Aho. Thank you, Empowered Women, for joining me today. I hope this helps you on your journey now and in the future. And that we're all blessed by each other, and I feel blessed to be in this group. Thank you so much. See you later.